His heart carries scars you've never seen. Betrayals that taught him that love meant pain. Abandonment that whispered he wasn't enough. Promises broken so many times that he stopped believing in forever. The angels reveal he's not running from you, he's running from hope itself. Hope that this time could be different. Hope that you might stay when others have left. Hope that his damaged heart deserves your pure love. Every time he feels drawn to you, old wounds scream warnings. His mind replays every heartbreak, every moment he trusted and got shattered. The little boy inside him who watched love die still lives in his chest, terrified of trying again. You trigger something deep within him, a longing so intense it shakes his foundation. He's spent years building walls to feel safe, and you make him want to tear them all down. That vulnerability feels like death to someone who survived by staying closed off. He sabotages beautiful moments with you because familiar pain feels safer than unknown joy. When you're kind, he wonders what you want. When you're patient, he assumes you'll leave once you see his darkness. When you love him freely, he questions if it's real. The angels weep for his wounded spirit. They see how desperately he wants to surrender to your love, yet fear paralyzes him. His barriers aren't about you. They're about protecting a heart that's been broken too many times to trust easily. But love this deep doesn't give up. It waits. It understands. It heals. The angels whisper urgently, "Do not lose yourself in his healing journey. Your light is precious, sacred, meant to shine freely. Not dimmed by someone else's darkness, no matter how much you love them." You feel his pain as if it were your own. His struggles turn into your sleepless nights. His healing becomes your obsession. But, dear one, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot save someone who must choose to save themselves. Your empathetic heart wants to fix, mend, and rescue. This is both your gift and your danger. The same compassion that attracts wounded souls to you can drain your spirit if you forget. You are not responsible for anyone else's emotional journey. Love him, yes. Support him, absolutely. But do not sacrifice your peace on the altar of his brokenness. Do not dim your light trying to brighten his path. Your role is to be your authentic self, not to become his therapist, his savior, or his emotional crutch. The angels reveal a truth to you. When you maintain your wholeness, you inspire his healing. When you remain centered in your own power, you exemplify what emotional wellness looks like. When you choose yourself too, you show him it's possible to love without losing yourself. Set boundaries with love. Say no with kindness. Prioritize your well-being without guilt. This isn't selfish, it's sacred. You cannot give what you don't possess. Your self-care extends beyond just you. It's about demonstrating the self-love he desperately needs to learn. Your presence compels him to confront everything he's been avoiding. You don't even have to try. Just being your true self makes his pretenses feel suffocating. When he's with you, he can't hide behind the masks that deceive everyone else. Your genuine energy strips away his defenses, leaving him exposed, raw, and real. This is why he runs. Not because he doesn't want you, but because you make him face parts of himself he's kept buried. The angels reveal that you reflect his deepest longings back to him. In your eyes, he sees the man he could become if he stopped running from love. In your laughter, he hears the joy he has denied himself for years. In your courage to be vulnerable, he witnesses what it means to live fearlessly. You trigger his shadow, all the pain, rage, and abandonment he's bottled up inside. This isn't your fault. This is your gift. You're like medicine disguised as a woman, bringing the poison to the surface so it can finally be released. Sometimes, he projects his fears onto you. He sees rejection where there is acceptance, finds criticism in your gentle words, creates distance when you offer closeness. These are not truths about you, they're reflections of his inner turmoil. Your steady presence becomes his greatest teacher. You show him that love doesn't have to hurt, that someone can witness his darkness and not flee, that being broken doesn't mean being unworthy. Every moment with you is a lesson in wholeness he never expected to receive. Something is shifting inside him. The angels whisper of small cracks appearing in the walls he built so carefully. Your love is like water finding its way through stone, patient, persistent, transforming everything it touches. He's beginning to notice things he ignored before. How your smile lights up your eyes. How you listen without trying to fix things. How you hold space for his silence without demanding explanations. These moments plant seeds in soil he thought was barren. Late at night, when his defenses are down, he allows himself to imagine. What if this could actually work? What if someone could love him completely? What if running isn't his only option? These thoughts used to terrify him. Now they whisper possibilities. The angels reveal glimpses of his changing heart. He catches himself reaching for his phone to text you, then stopping, then typing anyway. He finds excuses to drive past places you've been together. He holds onto your voicemails longer than necessary, playing them when loneliness hits. Your patience is teaching him something revolutionary, that love doesn't demand immediate surrender. That healing happens in layers. That someone can care without conditions, timelines, or ultimatums. He's starting to trust your consistency. When you say you'll call, you actually do. When you make plans, you follow through. When you offer love, you don't pull it back just because he's not ready to fully accept it. This reliability is new territory for his wounded heart. But slowly, and with care, he's learning to embrace it. He draws close and then retreats. He opens his heart only to slam it shut again. This back and forth isn't cruelty, it's fear clashing with desire in the battleground of his soul. The angels describe this pattern with endless compassion. Every time he gets near you, his old conditioning screams danger. His nervous system, trained by betrayal, sends waves of panic when love feels too real, too attainable, too good to be true. So he creates space to breathe. He finds reasons to doubt what's developing between you. He picks fights over trivial matters. He goes silent when you need communication. Not because he doesn't care, but because caring this deeply feels like standing on the edge of a cliff. Sometimes, you take this personally. You wonder if you're doing something wrong. You question if his feelings are genuine. But dear one, his push and pull has nothing to do with your worth and everything to do with his wounds trying to shield him from hope. The angels reveal his internal struggle. Part of him longs to run to you completely. Another part wants to vanish before you realize he's not enough. These conflicting parts battle constantly, creating the push and pull that breaks your heart. His inconsistency isn't a flaw in his character, it's trauma trying to keep him safe in the only way it knows how. When someone has been deeply hurt, the nervous system can't differentiate between past threats and present love. Be patient with his healing process. Recovery doesn't follow a straight path. Your love reaches the depths that therapy couldn't touch. It accesses words of healing that never reached him. Years of effort couldn't reach those hidden places. The angels reveal that authentic love is the most powerful medicine on earth. It heals what nothing else can heal. Every moment you choose patience over frustration, you're healing wounds that have festered for years. Every time you see his goodness when he reveals his darker side, you're rewiring the neural pathways that have learned that love equates to pain. He doesn't understand why you stick around when he's difficult. Why you see potential when he feels broken. Why your eyes express tenderness when others have shown him disgust. This confuses his traumatized mind, but slowly, and with care, it's teaching his heart a new language. Your consistent presence is reprogramming his nervous system. Where it once expected abandonment, now it experiences stability. Where it once braced for criticism, now it finds acceptance. Where it once prepared for conditions, now it discovers unconditional care. The angels reveal how your energy literally alters his brain chemistry. When you're near, stress hormones decrease. When you speak kindly, oxytocin levels rise. When you touch him gently, his entire system recalls what safety feels like. You're not just loving him, you're teaching his body how to accept love. His cells are learning that softness doesn't mean weakness. That vulnerability doesn't guarantee harm. That opening his heart won't inevitably lead to heartbreak. This is sacred work. You're assisting in his rebirth, one loving moment at a time. The angels speak of divine timing, of a love orchestrated beyond human understanding. This connection isn't random. It's written in the stars, planned before you both took your first breath, guided by hands that see the eternal picture. God's timing rarely aligns with human impatience. While you wonder why he's taking so long to choose you fully, heaven is working on his heart in ways invisible to your eyes. Every day of apparent delay is actually preparation, transformation, alignment. The angels whisper that rushing would ruin what's being built. His healing can't be hurried. Your love story can't be forced. What's meant to be requires the right season, the right readiness, the right surrender from both hearts. Trust the process even when it makes no earthly sense. When he retreats, know that God is working in the silence. When progress seems slow, remember that deep roots take time to grow. When you want to give up, recall that the most beautiful love stories require the greatest faith. Divine intervention is happening in ways you can't see. Closed doors are protecting you both from wrong timing. Obstacles are removing what doesn't serve your highest good. Delays are ensuring you meet each other as your best selves. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Your love is being prepared in heaven's workshop. Trust the Master's hands. What he's creating is worth the wait. He wants to love you completely, but terror lives where his heart should be open. The angels reveal his deepest fear, that giving you everything means risking everything, and he's not sure he could survive losing you. Late at night, when the world sleeps, he practices conversations he'll never have. Words of love trapped behind walls of what if. He imagines telling you how you've changed him, how you've become his prayer, his hope, his reason to believe in forever again. But morning comes, and courage retreats. The vulnerable man who writes poetry about you in the darkness becomes the guarded one who makes small talk in the daylight. This isn't deception, it's protection. A heart that's been shattered learns to hide its most precious contents. You've seen glimpses of his unguarded self. Moments when his walls came down and pure love flowed through. In those sacred seconds, you witness the man he's afraid to be, soft, open, completely yours. Then fear rushes in, and the walls rebuild faster than before. The angels weep for his internal prison. They see how desperately he wants to surrender completely to your love, yet terror paralyzes him at the threshold. He knows that loving you fully means he could never go back to emotional numbness if you left. His reluctance isn't about your worth, it's about his fear of his own depth. He loves you so intensely that it scares him. He wants you so completely that it feels dangerous. He needs you so deeply that it threatens his illusion of independence. But perfect love casts out fear. And yours grows stronger every day. Release the need to control his healing timeline. Surrender the urge to force his readiness. Trust that love this profound will find its way, even through the darkest valleys of fear and doubt. The angels speak of acceptance, not resignation, but divine trust. Accepting that his journey is his own. That your love is a gift freely given, not a contract demanding specific returns. That what's meant for you will not pass you by, no matter how impossible it seems. Some love stories unfold quickly, with easy surrender and immediate recognition. Others require seasons of patience, waves of retreat and return, and layers of healing before hearts can fully merge. Neither is wrong. Both are sacred. Your role isn't to convince, pursue, or prove your worth. It's to remain authentically yourself, radiant, whole, available but not desperate. When you stand in your power without apology, you become irresistible not through manipulation, but through truth. The angels promise that true love always prevails, though it often doesn't happen on our timeline. If he is truly meant to be yours, His heart will eventually yield to what it has always known. If he's not, someone even better suited to your soul is on the way. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. What belongs to you cannot be lost. What doesn't serve your highest good cannot remain. Find peace in this truth. Love without attachment to the outcome. Trust the divine orchestration of your beautiful, intricate, and perfectly timed love story. Love letter. He tried everything to move on. But God won't let him forget what you mean to his heart. Heart with arrow. You entered his world when heaven decided it was the right moment. This is not a coincidence. It's a divine appointment. The angels whisper that your presence broke down the walls he had built around his heart for years. He tried dating other people. He immersed himself in work. He changed cities, changed routines. Yet every sunrise brings your face to his mind. Every song on the radio becomes about you. Every prayer he whispers, your name escapes his lips. God placed you in his path because his soul needed awakening. You became the mirror that reflects parts of himself he buried under fear and past pain. Your light revealed what he truly desires, authentic love, not the superficial connections he settled for in the past. The angels say he resists this draw toward you because he knows you're different. You're not just another woman. You're the one who could change everything. The one who sees through his defenses. The one whose love could heal what years of running couldn't mend. Your very existence in his world serves a sacred purpose. You're the key heaven sent to unlock the man he's meant to become. Not by force, but simply by being who you are, radiant, authentic, and whole. He feels it. This isn't just ordinary attraction. This is recognizing one's soul. And that scares him more than loneliness ever did. But God's plans don't yield to human fear. What's meant to be will find its way.